Boys, this weakness was a madness. This week was a madness. Let's just get straight into it. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the unofficial tribe. Before we get into the content, if you're new around here or if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? Subscribe to the tribe. It's free, it costs nothing, and you can always change your mind. So guys, the Premier League started in spectacular fashion, and oh my god, I am so happy with how the game week went. I broke 100 points, guys. That is absolutely phenomenal. It's lovely stuff. The game week average was 69 and I ended up with 102 points, which put me roughly top 4% in the world. I think it's 250,000 overall ranks, so I cannot complain with that at all, guys. Without any further ado, let's just see my team and how it lined up for this game week. So as you can see at the back, it wasn't too impressive. Simicast was the only defender that kept a clean sheet or got me points. So at the back, I did spare a little bit, guys. If you look at all of my defenders, they are relatively cheap. I think the most expensive defender I have is Luke Shaw, who's 5.5 million. Then in the midfield, we had notable performances from my captain, Mohamed Salah, who got me 34 points. And then from Bruno Fernandes, who scored a hat-trick and got 20 points, which is mad, guys. That's mental. Totally what I didn't expect to happen. I thought, Fernandes was always likely to get points against Leeds, but 20 points is mad. And then I've got Jota, who came in and scored a goal and got a bonus point, I believe. Or he didn't get a bonus point. He got a point for the clean sheet. So honestly, very happy with that. It's nice that he scored because I watched the United game before and Greenwood scored, and I sat there thinking, oh shit, I should have put Greenwood in. But I'm happy with my Jota pick. It was always between Jota and Trent, and Jota ended up with more points. So hopefully going into the next game, this trend can continue, and then I can be happy with the decision that I made to bring in Simicast instead of Trent. Then up front, we had many heavy-hitting players finding their feet and scoring. We had a DCL and Ings, both with 7, and then Antonio came through and got 13 points. He got 1 goal, 2 assists, and he missed a penalty, so it could have been a lot more, guys. Super happy with how everyone in my team performed. It's amazing to start off the season like this. So quickly and very importantly, guys, I want to get through what what new information I discovered watching the games this weekend, because there's a lot and it's really important we stay on top of this. First of all, Brentford look phenomenal. They play a very counter-attacking style of football, and when the other team's on the attack and they're on the defense, they try to get as many bodies behind. Then once they get the ball, they run and they try break. They've got phenomenal players for that. So honestly, I'm really liking the look of Brentford. Notable players that I would consider going forward, you've obviously got Ivan Toney. However, I do feel like there's a better option in Mbeumo. Mbeumo really impressed me. He seemed like the heart of that Brentford attack, so he could honestly be an option that we could consider. He's also listed as a midfielder, which really helps when you're struggling. We only get 3 striker slots, so to have a player in the midfield, we get 5 of those, so we can go more, we can go more loose with that. Right now, I've got Calvert-Lewin, Ings, and Antonio, and I'm really happy with all of them. So to try bring Antonio is going to be very, very hard. So to bring him Mbeumo in the midfield, that would be really good. Then also Raya, their goalkeeper, really impressed me. The way that Brentford set up in defense, they try to get as many players behind the ball, so it forces these teams to make long-range shots. And when teams do that, the keepers normally lap up the save points. And if they keep the clean sheet, the keeper is normally the one with bonus points. So I think Raya is a fantastic option. I think he's someone that I'm going to be heavily considering when a wild card. Okay, now into the United vs Leeds game. Honestly, it should have never been that extreme, but I think it is kind of indicative of how leaky Leeds are in defense and how good United can be in an attack. The XG for that game, I think it was for United, it was 1.6, and then for Leeds was 0.67. So honestly, it should probably have never gone 5-1, and unfortunately United did concede, which wiped out Shaw's clean sheet. But with an XG of 0.67, they weren't likely to score, and it was a free goal from Ayling. So I'm happy with my decision that I made. In hindsight, I still wouldn't have changed that. Then obviously Liverpool vs Norwich 3-0. Amazing performances from Salah, from Jota, and from the defensive wing backs. Trent and Tsimikas looked amazing at the back, and I think they were very unfortunate not to get assists between the pair of them. But yeah, with Jota, his performance was a little bit lackluster. Obviously, just playing in a striking role, you're always going to be in good positions to score a goal, and that's exactly what happened. Moving forward, does he keep his starting place? I'm not too sure, guys, but he is definitely a player that I'd like to hold on to. And then if he doesn't start, then I can maybe think about transferring him out. Now the Chelsea game where they won 3-0 over Crystal Palace. What can we say about Chelsea's defense? They were just absolutely amazing. They shut down Crystal Palace, and Crystal Palace did not look like scoring throughout that whole game. So when Chelsea's fixtures turn a little bit better, because they're a little bit hard right now, we should really consider a double up in Chelsea defense. I think that will be the way forward. And now for the Watford game against Aston Villa. Watford won 3-2 over Aston Villa, which is amazing for them. I think Watford are looking like a really good club this season, and notable performances from that game were from Ismail Assar, in my opinion. He's a phenomenal option. He's on penalties, and yeah, what can you say about him? I did make a video about him leading up to the season, and honestly, he's done exactly what I thought he would. He's an awesome player that I'd really want to get in. And then for that West Ham game against Newcastle, 4-2, guys. Honestly, West Ham's attack is looking amazing. Ben Rom is looking like a great cheap option in that West Ham attack. However, they do play Leicester next, and Leicester do have a pretty good defense, so I don't think I'd be transferring him in this week, but maybe next week when the fixtures get a little bit better after that Leicester game. So yeah, guys, in terms of moving forward, I'm not really planning to make any changes. There's no players that really stand out and catch my eye and think and make me think that I need to bring them in. So that might change. I'm going to do a live stream so we can talk about possible players to go for. But right now I'm really happy with this team. I've got good bench players who all play. So even if Jota doesn't start, that's fine. Then I can always transfer him out and bring Trent back in. So I'm happy with my team as it is right now, guys. Fixtures are looking really good. I've got transfer plans to alleviate some of the harder game weeks, so this is the perfect start. Team value is rising. I do notice in our league we've all got very similar players, so we should all be experiencing the price rises. I mean, Fernandes, Antonio is going to rise, Tsimikas is rising, which is phenomenal. That's exactly where you want to be at the beginning of the season, so keep it up, guys. It's amazing, and yeah, let's just keep on getting 100 points every week. That'd be amazing. So yeah, that's all from me. If you enjoyed this video or if you found it informative, please subscribe to the tribe. It's free, it costs nothing, and you can always change your mind. Cheers.